I'm not sure if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but finally, after 2 years, or probably even more than 2 years of struggling to upgrade commanders, this is coming to an end. So I'm gonna go ahead and check this email face to face to the devs, and I'm gonna stop at some very important points, and that's gonna be the skill lock function. And the second point that I want to talk more in detail is to ensure that all governors can make use of this new function. We will also be given some governors limited numbers of skill reset chances. That's going to be very interesting. So let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit in this video about this email face to face with the devs. My poor Frederick from my alt account, will he get a skill reset? Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. My name is Legend Ronnie and today I'm gonna go through this email face to face with the developers. I'm only gonna read the most important parts. You probably had this email or read this email, or if not, you can read it yourself. But there is a couple of things that I want to mention and I want to talk about. Maybe put an ease of mind of what you read here in the email. So the first thing they read into the email is about botting and how they are planning to stop botting. For example, when a player is complaining that he's getting swarmed by a gazillion of marches, right? 40, 50 marches or whatever. And they're trying to explain. So this is the most important part that I want to notice on this email. This is the first thing. They are giving more in details and they are explaining even more how they are trying to combat things. And this was something they were supposed to do a very long time ago, because people need an explanation, right? Like, okay, how do you fix things? We need to know. You don't have to give us the exact code, but at least give us an explanation. So that's what they are doing. In the past 3 months, they have banned a total of 167,000 characters. That's quite a lot of bans. We will always continue to enhance our anti-cheating system to provide governors with the healthiest and most balanced gaming environment possible. This is very nice. And there is a couple of things that you need to understand before you want to just throw in a complaint. This game is available in a lot of countries. Now, you do have to understand that it's a lot of regulations on those countries. You can't just make changes as you just want to. Like, hey, that guy is cheating, just ban him. It's not so easy. Things are not so easy. I mean, they obviously can ban, because if they are noticing that people are using third-party apps or third-party programs, or however they can detect those things. But it's just that it's too many things when they want to do change, or if they want to do change in terms of services, you have no idea that how many things they have to go. They will probably prefer to code another game, to tell you the truth, instead of changing those things. And probably someone that is a lawyer or can probably detail you or write a comment in this video and explain you a little bit more on how complicated those things are. So this is what I'm trying to make you understand. What I like on this face to face with the dev is that they are trying to work, right? So they are really trying to work into the game, and they are trying to improve things. Now, obviously, there's a couple of things that they are not addressing, right? Something that is kind of getting buried down. And to be honest, that's very concerning. Like, they are just adding updates after updates, and they're just trying to bury them down. Like the fact that we get less gems from the barbs, the fact that we get less speed ups from the barbs, the fact that the help system is limited to 1,000, which it wasn't for maybe 2 years. So there's a couple of concerns that, they're just slowly bearing down. But on the other note, right, they're trying to improve everything. They're still listening to us, like the crystal system. They added crystal on the barbs and so on, which crystal system is still very concerning. I hope they're not putting a pin on it and they're just stopping about the crystal system, because they definitely need to rework on the crystal system. You should change the notification method for scout reports. I highly agree about that. Right now, if I'm getting scouted a lot, it gets tons of scouted messages. That's 100% sure. Driving battle reports further and further down my inbox until the system deletes them. That's a very nice question. We are currently working on a way to improve the mail system, such as categorizing message display. They should definitely do that. I think scouts should be on a separate emailing system, and probably same is the resource gathering. And I think the battle reports should have a separate emailing. Like for example, when you go to report, it shouldn't include the entire report. It should be just battle report, rally report, or anything related to the battle, including the barbarians. They should all be on a report. The scout report, the resource report, I think they should be on the alliance. Or maybe not even in the alliance, because for example, if your flags get spam attacked, then you get a lot of emails as well. That's probably something that player didn't mention, right? That would have been another thing, another nice thing that they should have mentioned in this face-to-face to the devs. I'm pretty sure you know, many of you, like when someone is just spamming attack your flag, you just get a lot of spams in your alliance email that someone is keep attacking your flag, keep attacking your flag. Like, oh my god, it's burning already. What more do you want? Can we have a separate Ark of Osiris chat channel for communicating with our allies? That's definitely nice and that's definitely needed. We are currently trying to develop a channel, but yeah, I understand because they are working on so many projects. That's definitely true. A channel especially for communication in Ark of Osiris. Most people use Discord, let's face it, but it will still be a while before we are ready to implement it. Please add a purchase confirmation step to the Heroic Anthem season shop. I heard a lot of players that they bought the wrong um, blueprint, and honestly, that's not something cheap. I mean, let's face it. I'm laughing, but there's nothing to laugh about. You just bought the wrong freaking blueprint, and that's done. There's nothing more you can do about it, right? Kaputski, you you brought an 8 counter-attack blueprint and they're never gonna forge it. Well, it is what it is. I hope a wide variety of items can be recycled in the Alliance shop. Any changes, this is the answer, to this sort could have a huge influence on overall item flow in the game as a whole. So while we are considering this, we will be proceeding with caution. That is definitely true. And why is that true? Let's face it, even in my alliance or even in the main alliances, is starting to be a little bit of a problem with credits. Probably you're saying that no, but how many alliances drop from like 350, 400 million credits to maybe 100 million or under 100 million credits? Just because people are keep reclaiming and reclaiming items and they're gaining a lot of credits which they can spend into the shop. And obviously the R4s and R5, they have to keep putting things into the shop. So that at some point can become an imbalance if they keep adding things into the Reclamation shop. On another note, the things into the Reclamation shop, they have a very and super disappointing low value compared to what their value is as a, let's say, gem standpoint. I've done a video when the Reclamation shop came up and I talked more in details about that. If I find it, I'll post a card on the top. And here is the cherry on top of the cake. At this time, we would like to share some other changes we are currently working on. We are currently testing a new skill lock function which will enable governors to prevent one or more skills from leveling up until all other skills have reached the maximum level. That's very nice. It's just that I hope they will also add an animation. So for example, when someone plans to upgrade a commander and their maximum skill is not maxed, or when someone just summon a commander, to forcefully give you that animation, like, you know, when you get burned or when you get 0, you get those messages anyway. There's nothing you can do. You can't check the reports, you can't bubble, you can't do anything because you burned, you got 0, and you have to see that the legendary player or governor just hit you or you suffered so many losses and oh my god. So they can do that for commanders as well, because otherwise players will not know all this information, all this flow of information, like how many people watch YouTube, let's face it. If they really implement this skill lock system, which they are testing it already, so it means that most likely will come into effect anytime soon, they need to make sure that they also make a couple of animations with that cute girl showing you those things, how to lock your commanders and just upgrade their primary skill, because otherwise it's still gonna be a mess. Because who does these mistakes? Let's face it, the new players. Many experienced governors make a point. Definitely. I say that in every Commander Spotlight video that I do. And this is the second point that I want to talk a little bit more in detail. To ensure that all governors can make sure of this new function, we will also be given some governors. Now hold on, because this is very confusing for me. Why some governors? A limited number of skill reset chances. What? I just don't get it. I don't deserve some skill reset chances? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with me? Just some governors, or maybe I'm one of those some governors. Who knows? Then it is what it is. Unlucky for some. I don't know. It just sounds very strange that they put that some governors. I always try to pick on their wording as much as I can. So that's the final phase, and I'm gonna go to my commanders, and I'm gonna continue about that thing about some governors receiving a number of skill reset chances. Now the question is, and the answer they should probably give us, a max skill legendary will probably not get a chance. But a 5534 Mehmed, will he get a chance? Because, for example, I don't give two pennies about his third skills. I want his fourth skill, so I spend so much time gathering sculptures for him. I want his fourth skill max. Will I get a reset for my Mehmed? That's gonna be the question. Frederick, 2354, can this go any wrong? I don't think that this can go any wrong. Will I get a reset for him? Because they're saying some governors. Well, I want to be one of those Sam. I mean, my alt account is suffering right now. To tell you the truth, is in pain. Is in deep pains. You have no idea. So I would really love to reset my Frederick so I can max the first two skill. Who knows, maybe I'm going to use him. And his fourth skill as well. This is the questions that they haven't answered. Probably give a little bit of detailing. Like, how are those chances being distributed? Like, everyone is going to get like 5 chances and that's going to be it for a reset? Or there's going to be just cards and maybe in the future they might just add it in some events, some bundles, etc, etc, etc. Or does a commander like Siondo 5552, will she get a talent reset? Because maybe I don't want the third skill maxed. Maybe I want the 4th skill max so I can do some additional damage when I have siege. I don't give a damn about the stats of siege. But I was unlucky and the 4th skill got maxed. Will she get a reset? Well, hopefully they will give more details when they plan to do the update and give us a little bit of an explanation like, yo, this is how these things is gonna work. And these are the players that will get chances for reset. For example, my Julius, 5532. I don't care about his 3rd skill. I want his 4th skill. Or going further up is my Charles Martel. Look, 5552. Again, I don't care about his 3rd skill. I didn't want his 3rd skill maxed. I want his 4th skill. We will find out more once the patch notes is going to be released regarding of what they are trying to do. So I hope you did enjoy this video and I hope you do agree with a couple of things. Let me know in the comment section below what do you think about these new changes and what do you think, are they trying to bury down the gems, the helps, the speed ups they were not getting anymore and just trying to sweeten this deal with some commanded changes, which pretty much helps the new players in the new kingdoms. Until next time, this is your boy Geroni signing off. Peace out, Theo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.